Hey, what is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Marvelite. This is episode 85. I am DC Luke, your host for this evening, for some fucking reason. I'm here with Michael.
What a dooski, guys. This is Michael, aka Farewell34, and I'm glad to be here on this episode of the Marvelite, hosted by DC Luke.
Yeah, really pushing me onto there. And we also have Marvel Luke here.
No, I think I'm going to be DC Luke tonight.
What? No. You can't do that.
You're the one hosting. This is a Marvel podcast. You have to.
We're reversing the roles.
I'm in charge. You can't do that.
All right, fine. I'm Marvel Luke 1, and you're Marvel Luke B.
Okay, fine.
Damn, he called you Marvel Luke B. That's like when you come to your friend's house and you have two controllers, and you give like the shitty Mad Catz one, you say, "This one's yours."
Dude,
this one is yours.
That happens so often. That's why I hate going over to someone's house to play video games with them. They always give me the shitty, crappy controller.
Yeah.
You know, outside of the shitty pro controller shit that we have to deal with, how are y'all doing tonight?
I'm tired. I've been waiting to record this for over an hour now.
You've been on Skype for about an hour. It's yeah.
Well, before you hopped on, Luke, me and Mikey were supposed to record around 9, and then it was 9:30, and then it was 10 o'clock, and then, yeah, so here we are. Almost midnight, here. Just now getting around to it.
Damn.
I like to warm up, you know?
The things we do for our audience, it's ridiculous.
Yeah. Mikey, how you been tonight? How you been today? You had a really busy day today.
Yeah, I had a really busy day with just, work. I actually had a family emergency, but things are good now, and I'm here to talk about Marvel at the late hours of the day.
Hours of the evening. All right.
Did you say the late hours of the morning?
I was going to, but then I said day.
He saved himself.
It's night, dude.
He saved himself, and you just outed him.
Mike,
to the audience.
we're in two different countries, but we're still in the same time zone.
God damn it, Luke.
How about, well, you know what? We can talk all day about different countries and time zones, but we actually do have some news today.
Let's get into it, man. Let's go.
Yeah, what's going on with the time zones?
So, according to this time zone, earlier today in the Central Time Zone, we got a confirmation from Variety that Hannah John Kamen, I believe that's her name, she's from Black Mirror, Game of Thrones, and Killjoys, etc., that she has been cast in Ant-Man and the Wasp. Now, we don't really know what her role is. It's a key role, though, is what Variety said. So, do y'all have any guesses on who she could possibly be playing?
Luke,
no.
You wanna lead the way?
No, I don't. I haven't honestly. I haven't given it much thought yet. But there's honestly really not a lot of people I can think of. I'm assuming she's going to be an antagonist, but I don't know. Oh, she could. I just kind of thought about this. Maybe she's a love interest to Scott Lang.
Perhaps. Have a little love triangle thing going on.
Is she a key role though, or is
it says she's a key role?
That's what it says. That's according to the article.
A key role. That could be anything.
Any number of things.
Yeah.
But
I have absolutely no idea.
You know what? I'm going to go ahead and say I too think that she's probably going to be an antagonist. I don't know who though. Ant-Man doesn't really have a huge rogues gallery.
No.
But if they want to make her like a female version of another villain, I'd be fine with that.
Someone online, I think I saw earlier, said, or I think even you mentioned it, dude, that she could be playing Janet, but I don't really see that being a thing.
Perhaps, because I guess the way that they could probably spin it is that the quantum realm kept her young, or something.
Because have we actually seen what Janet looked like in the first movie?
No, we just in the first movie she was just like a CG suit, I think.
So that they could easily just expand it.
Did the quantum realm also make her biracial?
She probably was black when she went in there, Luke. I don't know.
Come on, Luke. Whose man's is this? I'm
Sorry, I'm a shit stirrer.
Just off the top of my head, looking at her, I feel like they might just go an evil Janet. Like just to clarify, in the first movie we never saw what she looked like, so she could be
an evil Janet.
Yeah, she could be biracial. That'd be cool. So maybe the quantum realm kept her very young, and
so now because she's biracial, she's evil. Is that what you're saying, Michael?
I'm saying that'd be a pretty cool twist, man.
Okay,
maybe. I thought that Hank would be a villain when the first stuff about the first Ant-Man movie was coming out back in
I thought so too.
2014 or so. So I mean, if they do like an evil Janet, I mean that'd be an interesting twist on things.
She comes out of the quantum
Hank's
zone.
The one that goes crazy.
She comes out of the quantum zone like, I've been there for how many years?
I think one of the biggest downfalls of the first Ant-Man film was the way that they kind of portrayed Hank Pym. And I know, Luke, that you're a huge fan of Hank Pym, and I was really let down by that, actually. I mean, don't get me wrong, it wasn't bad, it was different, but it just wasn't the Hank Pym that I wanted to see,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I guess they just didn't really want to go in the direction that he's mostly known for in the comics, because he goes to some pretty dark places there, and I guess that wouldn't just really fit for what they wanted to do for a movie.
I mean, Hank Pym's been through shit.
Also, he kind of beat Janet.
I think that's what he was referring to with the other.
Okay, he slapped her, not like repeatedly beat her.
I know.
Anyway,
yeah, he slapped.
I'm not saying that's any better. I'm just clarifying.
Dude, I was just trying to back you in the corner. I'm sorry.
But just last thoughts. I think probably some variation of the Wasp, whether it's actually Janet, she's younger and she's evil, or possibly the second Yellow Jacket. They might throw that in there. I don't know, but who knows?
All right. Well, moving on, we have another piece of news. Actually,
the DJ Khaled in a Spider-Man trailer.
We're not talking about that.
Oh gosh, was that a thing? Okay, look, guys, I haven't been watching anything past the second trailer for Spider-Man: Homecoming because I don't want to get spoiled or just know any more information. If DJ Khaled is in that movie, it's actually kind of cool. Thanks for spoiling.
He's not in the movie. He was just in a fucking NBA TV spot. I posted in the chat just to show how terrible it was.
Was he taking like a Snapchat filter with keys on it with Spider-Man, or how did
No, he was taking pictures of Spider-Man with two girls because they came in and he's like, "Whoa, you're DJ Khaled." And he said, "Whoa, yo, Spider-Man."
He did not say that.
Yeah, and then the girls went over to take a picture with Spider-Man because he thought they wanted to take a picture with him, and he was jealous because they were touching Spider-Man's dick and they were getting them all.
Well then, Sony, anyway. I don't know what you're doing, but
yeah, we're not talking about that. We're talking about
you just did talk about it.
We're talking about something actually dealing with the XMen timelines things. Luke's
wonderful.
Favorite thing to talk about.
Oh my god.
XMen Dark Phoenix actually just lost a actor, South Korean singer named Rain. Now this was kind of like a big thing because I had no idea this guy was even part of the project, and then he was leaving. We don't really know what role he was supposed to be playing though, but I mean, he's been in like other stuff too. He was like in Ninja Assassin in 2009, and I think he was in Speed Racer. So
nothing really memorable.
Not really, no. I mean, I guess we can really think about this all the time, like what he could have possibly been, like some sort of mutant character, or maybe one of the Shi'ar since they're in the movie.
Oh, I don't even want to talk about that, but let's talk about that instead.
Oh, the Shi'ar being in there?
Yeah, well, first off, I kind of want to start out with this article I read earlier from one of the stars of the new upcoming X-Men show, Gifted, or The Gifted. Basically, someone had asked that person what timeline it's going to be in, or when in the timeline that the show takes place. And basically they kind of gave like a roundabout answer, and it was utter dog crap. Just, if any of you guys out there ever come across that article, just blatantly ignore it because it's garbage. You shouldn't give them any attention or any of your money.
Luke, what do you think about Rain exiting X-Men? That is the segment.
Wait, I was gonna say, like, how do we get this far? Gosh, darn it!
Tell me your thoughts on Rain leaving. That's the whole point of the segment.
Nah, I'm indifferent.
Okay, good. Thank you. Michael, your thoughts. Rain left X-Men Dark Phoenix.
You know what? I'm gonna quote my good friend CJ from hybridnetworkyt.com, our website. You guys should definitely check out. We're posting articles on the daily, some by myself included. He said regarding the situation. Wait, what did he say again? It was like so funny. That's why I want to quote it. Beep boop.
Stalling.
Oh,
Beep boop.
jeez.
Beep boop.
Dude, it's gonna be one of those episodes. Oh my god, I apologize.
Basically, I'm trying to pull it up. I can't find it, but basically said breaking news: Rain drops out from the Dark Phoenix. Also breaking news: who the fuck thought he was in this movie? Like something like that. I thought that was really funny.
Yeah.
I had no idea he was gonna be in the movie, and him leaving doesn't really make a big deal to me.
Yeah. There's like countless people that he could have been, but at the end of the day, it's just kind of, I didn't even know who this guy was. So, I don't know if it's going to be like a huge, I don't know. Does the film fall apart without Rain? Who knows? But I think so. But anyway.
I doubt it.
God, Nick is never going to let me host anything after this.
I think you're doing a fine job. I honestly, I ruined the flow.
I would be doing a great job if Luke didn't fucking take off the rails and start talking about some stupid shit that we were talking about.
No, don't worry. Luke is known for cucking us, but let's just go back on track.
Let's just move on to our next
Listeners,
segment, actually.
Just
now,
everyone just put...
I feel like I'm under attack here.
Marvel Luke.
God, I'm going to fucking kill... Anyway, our next segment, actually, is... this came out like a little bit ago, but I think the shorts just came out very recently. On Disney XD, the animated Ant-Man shorts came out. There's 3 in total right now. We watched them, and I'll give my thoughts real quick. I think they're really cool. They're funny. The animation and like the color palette for them are really cool. There's a lot of pinks and bright yellows, and it reminds me a lot of the old. It reminds me of the old art for the Silver Age of Marvel, combined with like the old little shorts that they used to do like back in the 70s, I think. When they had the Avengers cartoon.
It kind of reminded me a little bit of the 90s style, like X-Men or Spider-Man. Like those TV shows, like kind of in that era, and it really felt like a late 80s, early 90s cartoon show. And I really appreciated the artistic style. You're right, like the colors just pop. Everything about it is just gorgeous to me. I really want them to continue doing these little shorts because they're really cool. I don't know if they have plans to like continue with that style. They actually do have a YouTube page. Or a segment at least on the Disney XD YouTube, and they have various animations now. Given they're not all that art style, but they do have little shorts. Like they have one with like Rocket and Groot, and I saw some other ones on there. I think I one with Spider-Man, and but yeah, I really would like that artist and the writer to keep making that style. That was absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, definitely. Mikey, I think you saw one of them. What did you think?
Yeah, from the 1.5 that I got to see, you guys got to fix that, by the way. Disney XD, you can't let the Canadian viewers watch your shit. But anyway, it's pretty cool. I think you guys pretty much knocked it out the park there. I think the animation style is really cool. It reminds me of that, that original comic book feel with like just using the 3 colors, blending them all together again. That iconic kind of look. Funny too, surprisingly, even though it's only like 2 minutes long. Just gets the highlights for those videos. But really enjoyed it. Hopefully we see more of them in the near future, and Canadian viewers can see them.
Yeah. Again, that's just one of those things where it's just amazing to think that they have stuff like this that is really good, and then they have stuff like Avengers Assembled and Ultimate Spider-Man that is not great at all. But
I know Ultimate Spider-Man's done, but what about Avengers Assemble? Is that still going?
I believe it is.
Pretty sure.
Gross.
Pretty sure it is.
I watched like the first season and a half or 2.
I think I watched like half the first season. I'm like, I can't do this anymore. I was done, especially after I know like what happened to the last Avengers show, which was great in my eyes, and I was just completely appalled.
Yeah.
Let's not open up that wound. Anytime we talk about EMH, I get really sad.
I'm just saying I'm really not. I just was kind of comparing the two, and it's just nothing like the old one.
Yeah. Well, actually, since our time is we got through all that pretty quickly, there's another piece of news that kind of came out today that I guess we can go into. On I believe it was the Twitter, we had a set picture for, I think, Black Panther that had Chadwick Boseman's chair next to Natasha Romanoff's and Steve Rogers, and I don't remember if he was confirmed before appearing in Infinity War, but this seems pretty much like it. Black Panther's in Infinity War.
Yeah, I think Black Panther was confirmed for Infinity War from like descriptions or like just like when they list all the people who are involved in the movie, like the cast. I think he was listed off.
Well, did you guys see that picture that was posted to Twitter? Even I think just a few hours ago, they posted a picture of. It was a lot, and then there was like all these different trailers. I think I counted like 48 or 50 different trailers, and I think it came from Marvel's or one of the Russos. I'm not really sure, but the picture basically was like an aerial shot from a drone, and it just giving you an idea of all of the major actors and actresses that are going to be in the film, because that was like all of their trailers. And
holy shit!
Yeah, it was a
trailer
lot.
village.
Yeah, it's apparently it's where they're all staying. So
yeah.
So I mean, like, again, Infinity War has a huge cast of characters. Black Panther just adding to it just raises the bar just a little bit. It's gonna be like one of the biggest movies of next year.
I think maybe one of the biggest movies of all time, possibly.
Probably. I mean, like,
time.
Again,
do you think it'll be GOAT?
That we'll have to just wait and see, but
yeah. Well, I guess we'll have to wait and see. I know some people are wondering if they're biting off a little bit more than they can chew, but I mean, I don't know, because we know all these characters, so we don't really have to bother with big introductions for them. So honestly, who knows? I guess just with so many characters, the big thing is wondering how much spotlight each person gets, but it probably would just keep it on like the main Avengers that we've been seeing for the past few movies.
Yeah.
No, definitely. I think just from the tweet that Chadwick Boseman posted that we're talking about, pretty cool. It just confirms that, T'Challa is going to be in Infinity War, if anyone didn't know that. I love how they have the little drum there and they're on like some sort of beach. You think that's a hint they're going to be in Wakanda? I don't know.
Possibly. I mean, didn't Man-Ape get confirmed for Infinity War 2?
Is he going to be in that?
I thought he got confirmed for
Do you
it.
have like a sideline story where they just fight off in like the second act or something?
Yeah, I may be completely wrong, but I mean, if he is, I feel like that's a nice indication that they're going to be in Wakanda for at least a little bit, because I think Black Panther... Infinity War is next year, isn't it?
2018, 2019.
Yeah, and then Black Panther is like in February of next year?
Yes.
Yes.
I want to say yes.
Right, so then that would mean... Yeah, I mean, like, the set's there and everything to be able to use it, so, I mean, if maybe they have to go get T'Challa and they go to Wakanda, that might be pretty cool.
Yo, T'Challa, get your drum.
We need your drum, T'Challa. Quickly!
But no, just one quick thing, too. I just realized, so from Avengers Infinity War, the last big event in the Marvel Cinematic Universe was Captain America Civil War, right?
Yes.
Do you think the jump from like this cosmic level threat, getting everyone together from Civil War, do you think it was like a natural progression? Do you think it's kind of like a little abrupt? I was just thinking about it right now to myself, and I'm like, I kind of feel like it's a little.
I mean,
weird.
It feels like, I don't know, because like again, the whole time span of like 2 to 3 years, I guess it just doesn't feel as long anymore when we have like a bunch of stuff in between them. So I mean, yeah, I don't know. I kind of get what you mean, but because we're not really able to see repercussions of Civil War inside of anything except for like maybe I guess Black Panther, but honestly,
I guess you're just gonna. Sorry.
Well, I mean, I was just gonna say, because like stuff like this, you would think have big repercussions all across the whole MCU, but I mean, we don't really get the chance to see that because we have to jump from this straight into like Infinity War.
So just like, hey Steve, sorry about the little fight we had the other day. Now there's this guy coming from the sky with a glove. I think we should all get together and fuck him up.
I mean, like maybe there's 2 different teams of Avengers in Infinity War. They have Cap's secret Avengers, and they have Tony's like real ones.
Oh shit!
So I mean, who knows? They make clash on the battlefield, but then they have to work together.
Can you imagine they pull some Guardians of the Galaxy shit where it's like Thanos is trying to fight them, but then Tony and Cap start pissing with each other or some shit?
I thought you were gonna say freaking Tony says Cap, and he says he may be. He just points at Thanos or something. He says, "But I'm your daddy."
Oh god, no, not the second movie, the first one. I was afraid of the dancing shit.
Yeah. I mean, who knows? Honestly, I mean, they're really gonna have to go out all big if they want the audience to kind of take this seriously. Because I mean,
Definitely.
again, Thanos has not really done anything, so you have to really build him as a threat. But
whoa! He hasn't done nothing. He's got up and grabbed something from the closet. Come on, dude.
He got a glove. But anyway, I think that's enough on that. How about some viewer questions, guys?
Let's get her going, bud.
All right, we have some 3 interesting ones that could be giving us some good discussion. We have this first one coming at us from Jacob Benton. Thank you so much. Do you want to see a flashback to Uncle Ben in the MCU? Mikey, do you want to see a flashback to Uncle Ben?
Do I want to see a flashback to Uncle Ben? That's a good question. I want to say yes. I would like to see a flashback of Uncle Ben. Whether that's in Spider-Man Homecoming, I don't know.
Who knows?
Depends on the flow of the film or something. Maybe they save that shit for the sequel. Maybe if it's a more emotional, grounded story or something, he goes through some shit and then he has a flashback to Uncle Ben dying. Or they can throw it in the first film. I don't know. I think maybe a flashback of it would be cool.
Yeah, I think it would be cool.
Luke,
what about you?
I definitely think I think that showing Uncle Ben would be a really cool idea, and I don't want it to get like too like the backflash or whatever to be too expansive, but just showing him at least in just a moment. Like, it would actually be nice to hear Uncle Ben, say, with great power comes great responsibility to Peter in a flashback, and I think if done right, they can make that moment very meaningful to the audience.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. And I mean, like, I know the big argument could be just that we've gotten Uncle Ben in, like, 2 other franchises, but I mean, he's an important character.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not saying I would want to see his death all over again. I just feel like, because so far, the only really time that we've seen the whole great power, great responsibility thing is Peter's talking about Uncle Ben, obviously, but it's like just it's a moment between him and Tony. And I don't know, because they seem to really be building a relationship like a father and son kind of thing, and I'm not really that into that idea, in all honesty, because it just seems like he's replacing Uncle Ben in a way, I guess.
Stealing my shit, boy!
Yeah, but I mean, if we just got something about him at some point in the film.
If I hear Tony Stark say, with great power comes great responsibility, I will flip out.
Ooh, well, I think I'd be cheesed too.
Well, I mean, Peter kind of tells Tony that in Civil War.
Kind of, but not really. That was a really roundabout, almost like teenage. It was really like an immature way of saying it, honestly.
Wasn't it the same thing in like Amazing Spider-Man?
He's just like, if people
directly
get hurt and then like you do nothing, like you're like the bad guy. It's like I have to do something with this power. I get what he was saying, but he went about it in a very immature way of saying.
Well, I mean, I'm just saying that like in this universe, Uncle Ben has told him this already.
Yeah, but I feel like I would have rather have heard Peter say, like, my uncle taught me this great lesson, like speaking to Tony, with great power comes great responsibility. Like, I would have been okay with that. That would have been better, I think, to be honest with you. But,
see, and that makes me think they're saving it for a good flashback at some point.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
I hope so.
Hopefully. Like, I don't really want it to be a flashback to him dying. I just kind of want it to be like a flashback to maybe a moment where he was like a real father to him.
Yeah, exactly.
That'd be cool.
But, yeah, it was a great question. Thank you so much, Jacob Bennon. We have this next one coming at us from Instinct RT. It's a interesting name. Thank you so much. What modern-day counterparts of legacy characters do you think should stay/go? He gives examples of X-23, Miles Morales, the Young X-Men, Awesome Hulk, Ironheart, Kate Bishop, etc. So,
good question.
Which legacy characters, like, which counterparts of today, these legacy characters, do you guys think should stay, and which ones do you think should go?
Oh, man.
Out of the list that our buddies put right here?
Yeah.
I mean, either here or just in general. Because, I mean, I guess you could say Jane, the new Jane Foster Thor would count as well.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and say, like, I really think that the young X-Men need to go, like, really badly. I love Miles, so Miles can always stay. X-23 is all right, actually. Awesome Hulk, I don't mind him, to be honest with you. I really don't. Ironheart's okay as well, but yeah, overall, dude, the young X-Men, like, they gotta go.
Gotta bounce.
They gotta bounce. They gotta get out. I'm really sick of like their story. I mean, don't get me wrong. Actually, some of their comics that have came out recently from Colin Bunn, they're not bad, but I just think it's time for them to go. They've stuck around way too long in this universe.
Worn out their welcome.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, Luke. How about you? What legacies characters you should
like
say?
This is mostly kind of hard because I haven't read Marvel in like so many months. Like I haven't read Marvel at all, but I kind of agree with Luke. The young X-Men I always thought were just kind of weird. The fact that they were still there, because they came in for like a storyline. I think in All New X-Men.
Yep.
And they just stayed.
And then they just stayed. And I think people even told them, "Hey, if you stay, this is gonna fuck everything up." And they said, "We like it here."
You guys got palm trees. I like it.
Yeah, I don't remember if that's how it happened. I just remember there was like a big deal about them staying. So I just think they kind of got to go because I don't like them too much. And at the same time, it doesn't make any sense for them to still be there. Like, I don't know why Marvel didn't put them back when they rebooted for like the 5th time that year.
Yeah,
like, they should
no kidding.
Put them back. Awesome Hulk, I do not like Awesome Hulk. I mean, I like Amadeus Cho. I liked him before he was written as this douchey Hulk. But
he's not bad. He's not bad like when he's playing with a team, but like, you know, I wouldn't read any of his solo books.
Yeah. I like Kate Bishop, so I think she should stay.
Really?
X-23 I think is I like Kate Bishop.
Okay.
I think she's cool.
He was borderline saying love.
I'm in love with Kate Bishop. Miles I actually haven't been reading for a while. I was reading a few of his issues every now and then. I feel like he can stay. I just feel like someone else should maybe write him, because I don't know what Bendis' problem is, but his quality's kind of gone down. I just was not really liking his take on it.
Yeah, I really feel like the Ultimate Universe is going to come back into play at some point soon.
Yeah.
They're going to make the all-new, all-different Ultimate Universe.
Oh my god.
I also like X-23. Was not a fan, I guess, of the Tom Taylor... Wasn't Tom Taylor. Was it? I can't remember who was writing it, but X-23's Wolverine was kind of weird for a little bit. Ironheart, I actually haven't seen anything about Ironheart. Riri as a character, I think as a concept, kind of irritated me, but I haven't really read her, so I don't know if she's bad or not, so I guess I can't really say anything about her. Mikey, what do you think?
Yeah, I'll just quickly go through mine. Miles, I think he could stay. I definitely agree with you, though. I think his quality's significantly decreased from when he first started. X-23, she can stay. Dope character. Ironheart, I'm kind of mixed. I think I'm in between. I want to see where the character's going to go in maybe in like a year or so, and let her develop more before I make a decision.
Okay.
Amadeus, you can stay. A little douchey.
Little bit.
And that's all that I got off the top of my head. I'm not really too familiar with some of the other characters.
Right. Okay. Thank you so much, Instinct RT. Really appreciate these questions. Coming at us from Corey Green, what do you think of the chances of a Sentry movie in the next phase or saga? So I assume he's talking about MCU.
I doubt it.
I do too. Sentry is a weird character to bring to the movies.
Don't even get Josh started on that character.
OP, is he not like crazy OP?
He's pretty fucking powerful, but it's not even that. It's just more so just his whole deal.
He's an interesting character.
He's very interesting, but perhaps maybe a little too interesting.
I would love to bring him into a movie in some aspect, but I don't think he could hold his own. I could actually see a Hyperion movie being made before a Sentry movie.
Hyperion movie, dude? What do we face? 6.5?
Yeah.
Yeah.
To be honest with
I
you,
feel like-
Sentry would be a really great part to bring in for like Infinity War Part 2.
Maybe. I feel like if they ever do this Dark Avengers stuff, because I know a lot of people want that to happen,
Yes.
bringing in Sentry would be really cool. But, yeah, I don't know. Like, the next phase, Phase 4, I'm still surprised that Phase 4 is even happening.
Well,
like, I'm just surprised
I mean,
I'm just surprised that Marvel's been going this long. Like, I never would have expected to say that,
Think
oh yeah,
about-
Phase 4 of the Marvel
It's honestly
cinematic movies.
only been a decade, though, Luke.
I mean, that's crazy enough in and of itself, though. We've been getting, like, Marvel movies, like, nonstop for, like, a decade.
I know.
Crazy.
Well, it's to me, it's awesome. I love it. But like, and
Right.
to be honest with you, like people on the internet a lot of times have been making videos and writing articles and asking the question like, will these movies ever get old? Not for me, because I am like along for the ride. Like they are just like fun rides, and I am in a seat and I am enjoying them. I don't necessarily like all of them, and of course I have my critiques and I criticize, but ultimately I do love the MCU. I think so far they've done an absolute wonderful job with everything. Now, what I am getting sick of, though, are, you know, like the Bryan Singers and the Jeff Lobes and, you know...
No. We don't need to talk about those. Mikey, did you answer this? I don't remember.
No, did I? Yeah, I did. I gave like a quick comment just saying I doubt it.
You assholes got to keep me
Yeah,
on a
that's
leash,
right.
otherwise I'm just going to go off.
Yeah, we are
Yeah.
gonna actually launch a Luke podcast where he just he rants about anything and everything, and every Thursday and Friday of the week he talks about Fox. But let us know what you guys
Luke's
think about
Rants. Though that's a video idea. Run that by Josh.
Be looking out for After Dark.
We've been saying that for a while, dude.
I know. Well, we kind of did an episode of After Dark.
Kind of. But, anyways, guys, that's actually going to wrap up this episode of the Marvelite. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I'm DC Luke, strangely, again, hosting an episode of Marvelite. This has been episode 85. If you guys want to follow me, I am on Twitter at Baron_Zemo1. Mikey, where can people find you?
Yeah, if you guys want to check me out, you can follow me over on my Twitter or Instagram at Failwell34. And quick plug to the website, hybridnetworkyt.com. Be sure to check us out.
All right. Luke, where can people find you?
You guys can find me on Twitter at QuantumXParadox.
All right. Well, again, thank you guys so much for watching. Please leave some viewer questions for the next episode so that these poor saps can answer y'all's burning questions.
Yep,
And
yep,
we're signing off.
Luke will definitely not be on the next episode.
See you next time, guys.
Take care.